Hey guys, welcome to Raj Makes Money. How are all my money makers doing today? Hopefully you guys had a good day in the market, but what a crazy day for me. Unfortunately for me, I had a really bad day in the market. Really bad day. Obviously, we have a heavy position in Lucid, so that didn't do well. And then I also jumped in on some other ones that I thought would do well. BBIG was being one of them. And then FCUV, I tried to get in on, and I'll show you guys. I can even show you guys what happened. And then Schwab called me, and they're like, are you sure you want this FCUV at $13 a share? And I was like, yeah, I think. And there's like, are you sure? And I'm like, why? Is there a problem? And of course, I didn't do it. And then that's when it ran. And now after hours, this thing is up another 9 points. Just crazy what's running. But I think I'll do okay on BBIG. Twice today I was actually in the profit because I averaged down on it. And right where it closed, I was a little bit up on some of the shares. But it definitely was a big holding in the account today because I have 150,000 shares of it. But unfortunately down $372,000 today. So let me take a look here, show you guys what's going on. So this is so all we need is $1 on BIG and Vinco or BBIG, but $1 on this one will be back up. I mean, I think this one could go to $12, $13 tomorrow. I like it. I'm not worried about it. I've made money with it. I definitely have a much better confidence, even though it's down right now after hours about 30 cents, 40 cents. I'm not worried about it. It was a lot lower. It did bounce off those lows today, and I think this one has a good play. Worst case scenario, I could also just hedge it. The premiums on like the $9 and $10 calls are pretty good. It sucks having to wait 2 more weeks, but you can get 250, 250 probably. So there's that possibility. Different things. The good news is it's not like $80 or $50 stock like when we did Hood or we did AMC and some of those. So it doesn't have 10 points to drop on us. I can't lose $1 million, and it had a base of $3, $4. So could lose a couple $100,000, but hopefully it doesn't. Hopefully tomorrow this thing just pops and we'll get out of it, have a nice profit. But ATIF also, I got out of that one on yesterday. I wish I would have held out a little longer, but I was just happy to get out of it. But the big one for me, obviously, well, also eHealth. This one was up today. It's been kind of moving around. I'm not worried about it. If you look at the chart, it's this thing is a crashing dog. It's going to keep coming down, but it has been going up the last 2 or 3 days. But that happens a lot of times after a stock drops so much. Like Lucid. Lucid has dropped so much, up a little bit after hours. I think Lucid, the good news is I think everyone now has sold out who was going to sell. The downfall to that is, well, the good news is it didn't go all the way to 15. It almost did this morning at 16. The good news is they have sold out who wanted to sell. The bad news is there's a lot of people who bought stock at $16, $17 today, and they'll probably sell it when it hits 19 or 20. But I think Lucid has had enough losing days. The news was out there. Definitely got the volatility. And you can see the volatility is pretty interesting. I am fully hedged. I had to go out a couple of weeks. And, it's interesting. I can write 23s even like for the week of the week after this one and capture all this money back. So I don't know. I'm looking at some different plays on it. Like I said, this is kind of a throwaway because you want to make all your money back in these hedges up front. So there's still a lot of play. These are into next week, so I have nothing left in this week because I did want to take advantage of these premiums. But I knew they would slip, and honestly, for this stock to be down 2 points and only move 32 cents, they have to leave a basis. There's not much lower this stuff can go unless it just goes to to nothing, and all this would go to nothing. So definitely opportunity there, but I think we'll see a bounce back. I thought about buying more. I don't, it's got to run. We have to get the news of the car, and this stock will be back to $25, $30, but we need news. A lot of people, the good news is nobody owns this stock at the price it traded at today. Well, there is people, originally before the whole, SPAC, but, it's for the last, 9 months, 10, 11 months, I don't know, somewhere in there, it's been way above, $20. So the good news is there's not a lot of long-term people out there who own this stock this low, and there's going to be, hopefully people who average down and push to get it up and stuff. But I think it'll be good. Not too worried about it. Overall today, the market Dow down a little bit, and NASDAQ up, S&P, Apple hitting new highs today. Of course, this is the Lucid, but I do like this. I mean, this thing was all the way down to 16, 12, so at least it bounced off of that pretty quickly. It got going up to 18. I was hoping it would have closed above 18. But, it is what it is. Not much we can do about it. But, yeah, I mean, the big one right now is this FCUV. And like I said, just kicking myself that I didn't buy it. And the guy at Schwab scared me to death because it would have helped helped some of the losses today that we took. But yeah, I mean, just crazy, this stock. Makes no sense. So this one went public yesterday at like $5 a share. They raised 10 million whole dollars. The other thing that doesn't make sense is based on the volume and what it has from going public. The photo it shows was pretty large, so I'm not exactly sure on it, but it's crazy. This puppy is moving, and you know, it's going, you know, good and stuff. But BBIG, you know, still an update for the stock. You know, you can't complain, up $1 to 15%. So hopefully tomorrow we'll get another 15% out of it and call it a day and get the hell out of it. But I don't know. I like I said, this one I got to 11.90, and that's where I got killed a couple of times. I like to play when the stocks get halted. I like to play that because they either open really down and then bounce up, or they open way up and then sometimes come down. But you don't really know where it's going to go. So I didn't play it wrong. A couple of times I played it well. I got filled at $9, and like I said, at one point it was all the way to $10.40. I could have sold those 50,000 shares, but then it came down. But the good news is, all my Patreon members, you guys get all my trades in real time on our Patreon group. So some of you probably did really well today, taking advantage of the FCUV. Some of you may not have done as well on BBIG if you got in at, like I said, I got some shares in the 11.40s and then 10.30 and then $9. So hopefully you guys averaged down or did okay. But big shout out to all our Patreon members and our YouTube sponsors for watching. And if it's your first time watching, make sure you click that subscribe button on YouTube or the follow button on Facebook. So, but yeah, just crazy how it moves. Bitcoin, on the other hand, and coming back up a little bit today, seeing bouncing around. Our Coinbase account is up to like 77,000. We have that Cardano, and that's been moving. Look at it there, 77,000. So Cardano is up today. So we've done good. We made about $1,500 on that play. We still have a lot of cash sitting there. I don't know what to buy. It's so hard with these. You know, it's like picking stuff out of the water. You know, never know what to buy. But Apple today, new highs on Apple, if you guys saw that, got to 154.98, almost hit that 155. Like I said, Apple, I said if it broke through 150, it would hit new highs. We get up to that 155 and bounce off. So still right up there. You know, but still, you know, 2.5 points off the high is pretty strong drop. But it'll be interesting with Apple. You know, a lot of news, and you know, I'm surprised with some of this with the settlement with the store billing, with the 30% going to, you know, 10% or 20% and some of that stuff. I am surprised it's held up so well, these stocks, because that is going to be a big hit. And you know, the allowing other billing systems. I don't know how you run a business and allow other billing systems and don't, you know, figure out a solution. And I also don't understand how the governments could regulate you to make you take. You have a product. You have this business. You built an app store. I think you need fair practices. But then I was also thinking about it. If they're going to do this, why don't all of us creators get together and go after Facebook and YouTube and all these companies that take 30-40% on us? You know, for all they do is place ads on my videos, and they're getting 30-40%. It's no different than the App Store. Why don't all us creators stand up and say, you guys are taking too much money on us. You guys are making billions of dollars on us. But it's the same thing. So it's interesting. And when will that revolt happen? That's what I want to know. Even like, you know, like I donate a lot my super chats to charity and stuff, but think about the creator who doesn't donate his super chats to charity and they're taking 30-40% on him. That's insane. So that's my question to you guys. Do you think creators should all get together and revolt? What would happen? You know, what would these companies do? They don't do anything for me. Facebook doesn't, you know, run ads for me. YouTube doesn't run ads for me or promote me or be like, you're a great, you know, unless you're their standout creator of the, you know, they love you to death. They don't put you on their homepage or do anything. You know, they show you in, you know, suggested feeds and different stuff. But there's creators making $100,000 a month that they don't help or do anything for. And there's creators that, you know, make nothing, that they're promoting videos randomly because of the way their systems work. So what do they really do? Should we all revolt against them for what they take on us on ads, like these guys are doing for the app stores? That's my question. But let's take all your guys' questions. What do we got here? John says, when does Jackie make an appearance here? She actually did make an appearance here 2 weeks ago. So check back some of the old episodes and see if you can find it. John, how y'all feel about solar-powered Bitcoin mining? Let's get something going. You know, anything with solar, I think, is going to do is going to do well. I think it's a thing of the future. Obviously, with power plants always having problems and power and costs going up, I think solar is going to be a thing of the future. But I don't know how much it would cost to set up enough solar to power enough, computers to actually mine enough Bitcoin. The other thing that, obviously Bitcoin has some time to go, but doesn't Bitcoin is it 1930 or 19, like it has 18 years or 19 years left? So at some point when Bitcoin is over and done with, and I know you have to mine then for those other things I'm so bad with names. For the other part of the transaction, so you can mine that stuff. But at some point you're done mining. What happens with the Bitcoin? Does it just go away? Does it keep going? Is it gonna, what are you gonna do with all these computers in 20 years and all these? Somebody needs to start working on that solution. It's a long ways away, but it's still something to work on. So Mr. Hopper says, Zoom and Wells Fargo are slowly munching on my portfolio like hungry piggies, but I managed to grab some Lucid in the morning. 400 shares at 17.30. Congratulations. Like I said, I think Lucid's going to finally bounce. I think it's been beaten down. I think it will come back. It's not like everyone didn't know it was going to happen on September 1st. The good news is the other shares had an 18-month hold-up period. These only had the 90-day period, so it definitely makes a big difference. So John says, cash out and scrap it. I have faith in it. And like I said, I'll hedge the thing down to the last dollar. I won't make money on my long trade of the 1,000 calls, but the hedges will pay for itself, and we'll come back stronger than ever. Somewhere we'll catch something. Every once in a while you get lucky and you catch a break. So hopefully we will do it. Tab says, would you jump into ETH or wait for a dip? For Ethereum, I think they've been trading at this range. If you look at all the cryptos, they've been in this range. They popped up. The truth with the cryptos is you want to get in on the week, like on a Friday, and that's when they either go up over the weekend or they come down and then be out by Monday. That seems to be the way to play the cryptos. But you guys got to make your decisions on that one. Matthew Girl says MMAT. Not sure what you're asking about that one. Always, guys, if you have a question about a stock, let me know why. What do you see about it? What do you know about it? What am I looking at? So always let me know. Mitchell Pilot, I decided to buy some long-term forward calls. I'm hoping the chip shortage gets better soon. I think the chip shortage is going to take a while to get better because of demand, and there's so many things that need chips. The thing I don't understand, and I don't know anything about chips and making them and all this stuff, but okay, let's say you have a product that needs a chip that costs $100, and then you have a car that's $100,000. Can someone go? Why wouldn't Ford just go, look, you guys need 10,000 chips for this that you're paying $5 for to sell a product for $100. We'll just buy 10,000 of your item and put it. We don't even care. Throw it away. Wouldn't that make more sense? And give us 10,000, 100,000 chips, whatever. Because we have a car that's $100,000 that we're making $20,000 selling. Buy the $100, $200, spend $1,000 to buy up all these products that need chips, and just tell the chip manufacturer, look, we're just going to give the company money. Don't make their chips. They're happy. They're getting their money either way. They're getting paid. But we need chips so we can make a product that's $100,000. Wouldn't that be common sense? Because I was watching, and I don't really think there's a big valuation difference in these chips, because they said that companies like Apple have their own supply chains, or had pre-ordered or had better stuff, where the car manufacturers didn't have those kinds of things. So I don't know, very interesting, but wouldn't it just make sense? Just go buy that $100 item that uses a chip, pay for it, and here company, I'll buy it. Just don't make the product. We'll just give you the $100 for it. We don't care. We just need your chip. Make the chip for the car instead that we can sell for $100,000. That makes sense. Charlie Casper, we just need AMC to break this fourth level of resistance. Needs to do something. I don't know. I'm out of AMC unless I see it as a big momentum play again one day, but done with that one. Been there, done it. But it has no reason to. I don't know. Lucid actually has a product. They're going to make money one day. They're going to be like Tesla. It's going to take a little while, but it's going to get going and it's going to be good. There is no money in AMC. They're not making any money. These things are just loss leaders. They're duds. They're not going to make money for years to come if they ever do make money. And that's my opinion of AMC. Like I said, AMC is one. A lot of these stocks, these meme stocks. You just got to get in at the right time and get out at the right time. John, thanks, Raj. I'm your biggest fan. Once I get a lucky chip, awesome. Well, come see us in person anywhere, and we always have lucky chips to give out. Christian. With GM and Ford inflating their prices on vehicles so much and GM moving back to Mexico, when do you think it would be a good time to buy some stock in the big motor vehicle companies? Well, I think they're going to do good. I mean, I would buy now. They shouldn't go down much more unless, some horrible news hits, but I think hopefully they will keep coming up. Mikey the Fish, Raja, just make an NFT and sell it for millions. I may have to. Maybe the only way I can make any money this year. No. So, Mario, hello, Raja. Workhorse was on a run until some news about the SEC investigating it, and now a good opportunity to buy it. It was approaching 11 before dipping. I'm not sure what the exact news was. It was kind of like Robinhood was having good news and said they may take away order flow, paying companies with order flow. So if, if you like the stock, and what is the SEC investigating and what is the most damage that will happen? Here's the thing, Apple, Google, these companies, huge companies, they get sued all the time. It's not like I bet you if somebody looked Apple or Google, they probably have 1,000, I don't know, minimum 100 lawsuits. But I would guess they have thousands of lawsuits going on. Could be somebody in small claims court who had a telephone for $100, for $1,000. It didn't work. Apple told them we're not, it's out of warranty. Who knows? They're suing them for $1,000. They have so much stuff going on. But you have to look at what is the total damages of the investigation or the lawsuit. So if your company is worth, if you're Apple, and now they're above $2 trillion, $2.25 trillion, whatever it is. If all your lawsuits together total $10 billion, that's nothing. They got $200 billion in the bank in cash. And look how much they make a year. That means nothing. If your business, Workhorse or something, if your whole business is worth $1 billion and you're being sued or facing fines of $1 billion, then it's a big problem to your stock. So you have to kind of put it in that perspective when you see stuff about lawsuits or company or public image and stuff. Gavin, would you ever consider buying a VIX ETF like UVXY as a hedge? Not really. What I'm doing here is momentum trading and more gambling kind of trading. So it's not really, I'm hedging it myself against, different plays. But if you're a long-term investor, you're putting your money to work, you're trying to make, 5-10% a year, and, maybe then you would want to do that kind of stuff. But for what I'm doing, it doesn't make any sense because my stocks that I'm buying and playing really don't move against those. So, Stoke, DraftKings has been my biggest play the last 2 weeks with a ton of upside if it snags the ESP license agreement. Yeah, and DraftKings today had another good day. It keeps going up. DRFK. Oops, there's a D. DKNG. But yeah, it was up today. Got as high as 61.59. But if you look at the chart, it just keeps going up and up and up. I like these 1 month charts. Sometimes I wish they had a 3 month chart. I guess we could customize it. But that's why if you look at eHealth, and that's why I like this one so much, even though it's up today, it doesn't really mean nothing. But look at this chart. It's like crash, comes up a little bit, crash. Up a little bit, this is, if you look at this is, the same thing. Just if you look at this chart, this doesn't tell me this is a buying opportunity. Get in this puppy. So I like these charts, sometimes, especially when they look like that. Now, if you look at this chart, you probably say, Raja, you're insane. Get the hell out of this one. So Lucid looks like the Rocky Mountains out there. It's just crazy how that thing's everywhere. I remember in May, this is the way I said you just got to build it up. And I even thought about reversing my course and doing puts to open and stuff. I wish I would have just stuck to Apple the whole time. If I would have stuck to Apple and just did what I did all year, if Schwab did and everybody changed all the rules because of all these meme stocks, I would probably be at my $25 million goal right now. But it didn't work out for me in this account, so I have to take it with a grain of salt and work my way back harder than ever. Ren slots. Every EV company has a lawsuit going on right now. Everybody has lawsuits going on right now. Back in the day when I was a high volume email deployer, we used to have tons of lawsuits. We had so many small claims lawsuits going on, and people, you sent me email, this is spam, my state says I get $100 or $1,000. It was insane. So Tab says, would you short eHealth or buy puts? Well, that's what I'm doing. So if you look at my portfolio, I have bought puts to open, and then I did hedge it against this. So this is a complete hedge play right here. These 35s, I need to do something with these. I either need to sell these, move these into here to get more money out of them. This is where I got burned last time because I had sold these 35s, and then remember it went that day, it dropped, and these were like $1.20, then I thought it was gonna drop more, and I should have just left it alone. Of course I didn't. So I may just close this position tomorrow, move this into here. I don't know. I mean, 2 weeks is a long time, and this thing could drop 3-4 points quickly. You know, it drops 5 points, all of a sudden this thing's $1. So I don't know. It's tough. But I do have 2,700 or 2,800 contracts out here. My biggest position is these 35s with a ways out there. You know, I mean, this thing goes to $30. This is a $500,000 position. So, I mean, this position at one time was up 100,000 when it was $2, $2.25. This one here is more of a long shot, you know, but if it goes all the way to $30, this will be $2, you know, it's, you know, so not as bad. And then this one's a really long shot, a month even out further, it was cheap, you know, so this is where you got to look at, you know, you could sell these off, I could sell these and just move to here for 5 more points and buy another month. It's interesting with Lucid too, the premium that you're seeing here, I started selling these today at like 55 cents and stuff. It is interesting. Oh, hold on a second, some guy's spamming Facebook on us. Sorry about that. These people make profiles and they say it's me, but it's really not. But yeah, so it's interesting when you look at these option chains as you know, and the pricing. So I'll do something. Like I said, I'm not worried about it. Maybe I'll change my strategy and go back to how I was selling puts. The thing is, if you don't hedge these things and you don't play them correctly, or match them up correctly all the time, if you just sell puts to open, even if the stock goes all the way down like you guys saw, it's like a jackpot every week. It just keeps rolling out, and that's what I've been doing with some of my other stuff that I have. Like I still have a lot of Clover options or puts to open that I sold at $13. So I just keep riding. I've been riding that one out now for about 2 months. But you never lose because you can just keep riding it out forever. Some weeks you make more, some weeks you make 10 cents, some weeks you make 50 cents. The closer it is to the strike price, the better the commission, you know, the price or the volatility. So I'm riding it out. The downfall with what I'm doing here is when you buy a put or call or a put and you don't hedge it or you do nothing, if you don't hit the money, you're out, you're screwed. But, you know, I mean, like Lucid today, you know, I didn't anticipate, like I said, I should have just bought, I should have came in and I could have bought $18 puts, you know, for 10, 15, 25 cents even. And I mean, they would have been worth $2. I mean, it's crazy when some of these stocks move. And the other interesting thing is Lucid's premium was showing more to the upside. So I don't know if that drop was more drastic than they expected or wasn't. Hard to say. But nevertheless, it was a drastic drop today. So. All right, Christian says at Stoke 17, my brother made like a $10 bet and won $1,200 on DraftKings. Congratulations to your brother. Mitchell Pilot, BYSI had a good dip today. Other than that, it seems to be a positive almost every day. BYSI, not familiar with that one, Mitchell. Must be a yeehaw stock. Beyond Spring. Yeah, this one looks like it's been going up for this month of August. So, don't know anything about it. Don't know why it's running, but definitely looks good. So let's see something. Let's see Apple. Let's look at this 1 year target estimate, 166 on Apple. So Tesla today I think was up, or it's been coming back up. Wound up down. Was up for a while. So this is interesting. Like Tesla has a target of 700, so it's above the target price. That's kind of interesting. You got to take a look at those. But unfortunately, like I say, guys, for me, the day did not end in glory. BBIG was one of my big plays, but obviously the biggest dip was all from Lucid. So hopefully tomorrow, this stock will just go up like 3 points. We can wipe off like today never happened. We'll be back in the green for the week and back to normal. But it did happen. We have to deal with it. We'll have to live with it. And the good news is for you guys, we all survived another day in the market. And hopefully tomorrow you guys make a lot more money in the markets. If it's your first time watching Raja Makes Money and you haven't subscribed to me here on YouTube, make sure you click that subscribe button. If you're watching on Facebook, make sure you follow me. We're a live show. We'll be live again tomorrow and should be live again Friday this week. I'm in town, and then I'm in town Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Well, I leave for Florida next Wednesday, so we'll definitely have some more live shows. But thank you guys so much. You guys are the money makers. Hope everyone makes lots of money in the market tomorrow. Take care and enjoy the rest of your night.